Europe and further afield, cruising to camping, foreign currency to foreign food. The BBC Essex Travel Show is your one-stop shop for all your holiday needs. Travel Tuesday with Ken Crowther and Simon Shaler. Tuesday from 2, BBC Essex. BBC Essex Travel.
Here's Barry Lewis.
Thanks very much, Steve. It's slow in both directions at the Dartford crossing towards the QE2 bridge from the Brook Street roundabout at junction 28. Slow traffic on the clockwise M25. Slow as you head into Essex towards the Dartford tunnel from Dartford at junction 2 at the A2. That's anti-clockwise. In Harlow, there's an accident which, in fact, an overturned vehicle which has partially blocked the A414 on the roundabout to Church Langley. So expect delays there this afternoon as that is cleared. In Brentwood, busy on Ongar Road and quite slow in Southend-on-Sea along the seafront. Aside from that, town centre routes looking OK across the county. A12 generally OK, but if you're heading slightly further afield towards Ipswich, up towards the Copdock interchange, junction 33, there's slow traffic from Capel St Mary. No problems reported on the trains. I'm Barry Lewis. Next update in 30 minutes.
BBC Essex Travel.
Log on to bbc.co.uk/Essex.
We have got a great BBC Essex year for you this weekend. On Sunday, between 9 and 11, I am taking you back to 1962. Some great songs. Got the top 20 from that particular day, which of course is the 6th of June on Sunday. So we're looking at the top 20 from the 6th of June 1962. Some of the national and local stories, but most importantly, your memories. And if you want to share those with me, Sunday mornings here on BBC Essex from 9 o'clock. And don't forget, tomorrow we are out and about. If you want to join us over at Little Bentley, we're going to the garden show there, the Little Bentley Hall Garden and Waterway show. It's a great show. It doesn't happen every year, but it's certainly happening this weekend. We'll be there live with Steve Summer Saturday between 1 and 4. But back to my original point, the BBC Essex year of 1962 made me think of the 60s because we've got a classic 60s song now. Not from 62, from a year or two later, but I love this. Sandy Shaw. Great hit from the 1960s. It's coming up to 3.
Across the county, broadcasting live from the birthplace of radio. This is BBC Essex.
And with the latest BBC Essex news, here's Richard Martin.
David Cameron has visited some of the people who were shot by Derek Bard in Western Cumbria on Wednesday. The Prime Minister and the Home Secretary, Theresa May, have also met hospital staff who treated the wounded, and they've been given an update on the police investigation. Detectives have confirmed that they're examining Derek Bard's finances. There's been some criticism that the force, which is one of the smallest in the country, did not do enough to end the shootings. Essex Police say they're hoping to stop criminals coming into the county from London by introducing a new crime-fighting scheme. The force is launching a new joint venture with Kent Police called the Serious Crime Directorate. It will target organised crime. One of Stansted's airlines, EasyJet, has unveiled new technology which it says will allow its planes to detect volcanic ash. The budget flyer says it hopes to have the equipment installed by the end of the year. BBC Essex's Bernard Wilson reports.
The carrier will be the first airline to trial a new weather radar for ash system, which involves placing infrared technology onto an aircraft to supply images to both the pilots and an airline's flight control centre. These images will enable the flight crew to see an ash cloud more than 60 miles ahead of the aircraft and at altitudes between 5,000 and 50,000 feet. The information will enable pilots to fly around the ash. EasyJet's chief executive Andy Harrison said the technology was the silver bullet that would make large-scale ash disruption history.
President Obama has postponed a planned visit to Indonesia and Australia in order to concentrate his attention on the oil leak in the Gulf of Mexico. He's due to make another visit to the affected area. BP has now lowered a cap onto the leaking well and says it's hopeful of being able to contain some of the oil. An Essex filmmaker is celebrating after winning a national award. Chris Vickers from Thurrock took the top spot in a competition which was highlighting the problems of the recession. His film, which was called Times of Change, was showing the UK's changing attitudes to the way we look at money during the financial crisis. 55,000 BT workers are to be balloted for strike action in a row over pay. The Communication Workers Union says the company failed to meet a noon deadline for increasing a 2% pay offer. The union's also angry at bonuses paid to managers. In BBC Essex Sport, Essex have got themselves an early wicket at Hampshire, but the home side have dug in and are building up a decent score. With live details from the Rose Bowl, let's join BBC Essex's Paul Newton.
Well, good news since lunch. They've had a good hour and got rid of both the not-out batsmen. We had a second wicket partnership of 75 after Hampshire early on lost Jimmy Adams, caught Foster off Maurice Chambers, who bowled an excellent first spell for 3. But then shortly after lunch, Danish Canaria, playing in the Essex side today, deceived Michael Lum in the flight as he tried to hit the ball through mid-wicket and bowled him for 31. And then Michael Carberry had just reached his 50 when he played too soon at a delivery from David Masters and holed out to Jake Mickleborough a comfortable catch at short extra cover for exactly 50. James Vince has come in and played some lovely shots off Danish Canaria. He's 18 not out, and the South African Neil Mackenzie has 14 not out. And in mid-afternoon, on a perfect day here near the south coast, Hampshire winning the toss and batting at 124 for 3.
Thanks, Paul. And commentary continues online at bbc.co.uk/Essex. And in the second test against Bangladesh at Old Trafford, England are 175 for 4. The weather for Essex now. Plenty of sunshine with some patchy cloud later on. There is a high risk of sunburn. The maximum temperature around 24 degrees centigrade. Tonight, dry with some mist patches around dawn with a low of around 9 degrees centigrade. BBC Essex News and Sport. It's just come up to 4 minutes past 3.
Good afternoon. Yeah, Steve with you until 4 then. Graham Bannerman's here. Drive time between 4 and 7. John's still got a bit of a dodgy old back. Fingers crossed. Have a great weekend, John. Hope you feel better next week. So Graham's in 4 until 7. Between now and then, we're looking at mobile phones. It's our sound advice subject, and there is space on the programme if you've got a question. Sarah George is with me from Ideal Phones in Morton. So if you'd like to find out about the latest handsets and tariffs and what would work for you, maybe having problems with your phone, 01245 49 50 50, assuming your phone is working. You might like to drop us a text on our new text number. Just text the word Essex, then your message to 81333, 81333. Or you can email steve.scruton@bbc.co.uk. And also this afternoon, a new production. It's going to be at the Towngate Theatre, Basildon. It's going to be there at the beginning of July. It's been put on by Stageability. It's called Notre Dame. All about the Hunchback. And it does star, amongst others, a member of Stageability, Josh DeBovie.
The Steve Scruton Show.
BBC Essex.
Ahead of a bit of a shower Saturday night into Sunday. It might be a bit wet, Sarah, on Sunday.
I know, it can't be.
So if you're having a barbecue on Saturday night and you worry about, the barbie getting wet, overnight, bring it in, cool it down, bring it in, because it's going to get soaked, I think, on Saturday/Sunday night, the overnight period. We're talking mobile phones with Sarah this afternoon. And before we do that, Sarah, we're talking about our text number. And a few people are testing the text.
They are indeed.
And the latest is from Derek in Colchester. Yes, Derek, message received, mate. You've put the new number in your phone, I guess. So, yeah, it's working. If you do want to text us, text the word Essex and then your message. So Essex and then your message. And a nice simple number to remember, 81333, 81333. And that number runs right the way through BBC Local Radio, actually, which is, I think, is quite helpful.
Yeah.
Quite helpful. And text, by the way, will be at the standard rate charged by your network, because that's something, Sarah, I think you wanted to say.
Yeah.
It's not, if you're on a free text thing, that doesn't count as a free text. It's a standard rate.
Yeah, it's not,
But it's not, one of these mega price
You're not going to get in
texts.
trouble.
No, you're not going to get into trouble. Now, a couple of things we'd like to talk about. We were talking earlier about roaming. Mm-hmm. And something that's just come in today for people using their phones abroad. And this is Vodafone, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Vodafone. Essentially, the networks offer different things that can sometimes give you cheaper calls when you're abroad. And Vodafone offers something called Passport, which is actually a free service for most of their customers to sign up to. And it will just be a case of sort of contacting your customer service and doing it. But the Passport gives discounted call charges within certain countries. It's mainly the EU, but then being very topical. And basically, they've now included South Africa for the period of the World World Cup, so anybody that's lucky enough to be going out there, if they're on Vodafone, then if they sign up for Passport, they will get cheaper calls when they're out there.
Very good bit of marketing.
It is very good marketing.
We'll take our hats off to Vodafone. I'm sure the other companies will follow suit.
Yeah, there will be.
They're bound to do
probably,
something.
Yeah.
The other big talking point within the business